Join me as we dig into the real reasons traditional education leaves us unprepared for building wealth. Inspired by Robert Kiyosaki's insights, I'm going to break down the flaws in our education system when it comes to financial literacy. We'll uncover why schools focus so much on training us to be employees rather than empowering us to become financially independent. Did you know that nearly 90% of millionaires didn't reach their wealth through traditional education or high-paying jobs? Instead, they built it through entrepreneurship and investments. This statistic begs the question: if education is supposed to set us up for success, why do so few people achieve financial freedom by following the traditional path? The reality is that while schools teach us valuable skills, they often overlook one of the most essential subjects: financial literacy. We're taught how to work for money, but rarely how to make money work for us. Think about it: how many of us learned about asset building, passive income, or investing in school? Robert Kiyosaki is a best-selling author, entrepreneur, and investor who's transformed how people think about money with his eye-opening book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In it, he contrasts the financial lessons he learned from two father figures: his own, Poor Dad, who followed the conventional route of education and job security, and his Rich Dad, who taught him about entrepreneurship, investing, and wealth building. Kiyosaki argues that traditional education prepares us to be employees, not owners or investors. Schools teach us to work for money but neglect to show us how to make money work for us. According to him, real financial education, understanding assets, liabilities, cash flow, and the importance of passive income, is the foundation of wealth, but it's rarely taught in classrooms. Instead, students graduate with a fear of making mistakes, conditioned to avoid risks rather than explore the opportunities that could lead to financial freedom. Through his insights, Kiyosaki highlights the gap between what traditional education offers and what's truly needed to thrive financially. He believes that financial freedom requires a mindset shift, one that traditional schooling often discourages. This video will unpack Kiyosaki's take on why schools fall short in teaching us how to build wealth, and how we can take control of our financial future. The core issue with traditional education is its heavy emphasis on rote learning, memorizing information to pass tests, rather than teaching practical financial skills that would prepare students for real-world money management. From a young age, we're taught to follow instructions, focus on getting good grades, and avoid making mistakes. But the truth is, memorizing facts doesn't teach us how to handle money, grow our wealth, or make smart financial decisions. Schools rarely cover essential financial skills like budgeting, saving, investing, or understanding debt. These are foundational for anyone aiming to build wealth, yet students are often left to figure them out on their own, sometimes only after making costly mistakes. Meanwhile, the wealthy build their financial knowledge through experience, learning to leverage assets and grow passive income streams, skills that, if taught early, could empower more people to achieve financial security. This disconnect between academic learning and practical financial education leaves many graduates with significant knowledge gaps. They may be prepared for a specific career path but feel unprepared to manage their income, make investments, or plan for the future. Robert Kiyosaki strongly criticizes the traditional education system for its lack of real-world financial literacy. He argues that schools train students to be employees who work for a paycheck, rather than teaching them how to achieve financial independence. According to Kiyosaki, this system creates a workforce that's dependent on wages, unprepared to make money work for them, and often trapped in a cycle of debt and financial struggle. One of Kiyosaki's central arguments is that traditional education fails to teach students about assets, liabilities, and the concept of cash flow. While students may learn advanced math, history, and science, they rarely learn how to create and grow wealth, skills that are essential in today's world. Kiyosaki believes that understanding assets, passive income, and investing is key to financial success, yet these topics are barely mentioned in the classroom. As a result, many people graduate with no real understanding of how to build wealth or manage financial risks. To address these gaps, Kiyosaki suggests alternatives that promote hands-on learning and financial independence. For example, he encourages people to seek out financial education beyond school, through books, mentors, and real-life experience. He advocates for learning about investing in assets like real estate, stocks, and businesses, as well as understanding the fundamentals of cash flow and debt management. He also emphasizes the importance of developing an entrepreneurial mindset, where one learns to create value and seize financial opportunities. Another alternative Kiyosaki promotes is learning from financial mentors and engaging in communities where people actively discuss and practice wealth-building strategies. He believes that networking with financially successful individuals, reading about personal finance, and taking calculated risks are more effective paths to financial freedom than traditional education alone. Kiyosaki's approach is all about self-education and proactive financial literacy. By encouraging people to break free from the employee mindset and adopt a wealth-building perspective, he aims to equip them with the tools to achieve lasting financial independence and security. One of Robert Kiyosaki's most compelling insights comes from the story of his rich dad and poor dad, two father figures who had vastly different attitudes toward money. His biological father, the poor dad, was highly educated, held a stable government job, and believed in the traditional path of working hard, saving, and climbing the corporate ladder. However, despite his education and steady income, he struggled financially, often living paycheck to paycheck. In contrast, Kiyosaki's rich dad dropped out of school but built a thriving business empire. He taught Kiyosaki about the power of financial education, specifically, understanding assets, liabilities, and the importance of cash flow. Instead of focusing on a salary, the rich dad prioritized investments that generated passive income, like real estate and small businesses. This mindset shift, Kiyosaki explains, was transformative. It changed his understanding of wealth from simply having a job to creating streams of income that worked for him. Another powerful example Kiyosaki shares is the difference between buying assets and liabilities, a lesson that reshaped his entire financial philosophy. Many people mistakenly believe that owning a big house or an expensive car makes them wealthy. However, Kiyosaki stresses that these are often liabilities, as they take money out of your pocket rather than putting it in. His rich dad taught him to focus on buying assets, such as rental properties or dividend-paying stocks, that generate income. This shift from acquiring liabilities to building assets was key to his journey toward financial independence. One of Kiyosaki's most impactful lessons is his approach to mistakes and risk. Traditional education teaches us to avoid failure at all costs, but Kiyosaki believes that mistakes are the best teachers in finance. He recounts how he learned to take calculated risks in his investments, and while he didn't win every time, those experiences taught him invaluable lessons. Embracing mistakes, learning from failures, and persisting despite setbacks are principles he believes are vital for building wealth, principles that conventional schooling often overlooks. Kiyosaki's insights reveal that financial success isn't about being book smart, it's about understanding money, managing assets, and thinking like an investor. His story shows that by shifting our mindset from earning income to building wealth, and by embracing financial education, we can unlock the potential for lasting financial freedom. In today's world, wealth building is no longer an option, it's essential. Many people feel trapped in financial struggles, unable to break free, and one of the biggest reasons for this is the traditional education system. Robert Kiyosaki highlights how the education system teaches us to work for money but never teaches us to make money work for us. We're trained to follow a path: go to school, get a job, save money, and retire. But this formula often leads to financial dependency and limited choices. Kiyosaki argues that traditional education focuses on memorization, following rules, and avoiding mistakes. Yet, in the world of wealth building, innovation, creativity, and learning from failures are crucial. The real world isn't about having a degree. It's about having assets, investments, and financial knowledge that empower you to build and grow wealth. But schools barely mention financial literacy, much less entrepreneurship, investing, or managing money. As a result, many people are left with a serious gap in knowledge that's critical for building true financial independence. The wealthy think differently because they've learned a different set of rules. They know that to achieve financial freedom, you need assets that generate passive income. You need to understand how to leverage your money, invest smartly, and recognize the value of real estate, stocks, and business ownership. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of buying assets that increase in value over time, not liabilities that drain your income. This knowledge isn't taught in schools, but it's crucial for anyone who wants to break free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. Kiyosaki's message is simple but powerful: educate yourself financially. Seek mentors, read, learn, and practice. Don't rely on traditional education to show you the way to wealth, because it wasn't designed for that purpose. Instead, build your own path with knowledge, resilience, and a commitment to growing your assets. By changing your mindset and understanding the rules of money, you can create a life of financial freedom and security. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think traditional education is falling short in preparing us for financial success? Have you taken steps to build your own financial knowledge outside of school? Share your experiences and ideas in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going. And if you're interested in diving deeper into financial education and entrepreneurship, make sure to check out my next video. There, we'll explore practical steps for building wealth and discuss proven strategies that successful entrepreneurs use to achieve financial freedom.